Hey guys, it's so good to see you. I am so excited to be talking to you because I have to tell both of you, I was howling at this movie, like on the floor,
Thank
howling.
you.
It gave me everything and more that I wanted. What was it like between the two of you on set, and how did you keep a straight face filming this movie?
We didn't.
We just didn't.
We
Yeah,
didn't.
we never tried.
couldn't. I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, Andrew is one of my dearest friends now. I mean, we clicked from day one. So that made the experience wonderful.
I can't think of a time we were not having fun.
I can't either, except
Yeah.
when you weren't on set.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we were just laughing, and Gene also he was the head writer on The Office, so he just throws out alternate lines and just thinks of them immediately, and they're just so overwhelmingly funny. So then you have a whole other, line to contend with trying not to break at.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and Jennifer, I know you've wanted for a while to do a really, really big comedy, and you got that. So when you read the script, what made you say, man, I have to be a part of this movie?
It was the funniest script I've ever read.
Wow.
That simple.
Wow. So you've read a lot over the years.
Yeah, I've always been open to doing a comedy. I've read plenty. But this was my first one I ever read.
Yeah.
So I said
That's
yes.
amazing. Amazing. Both of your characters throughout this movie, they go through things that push them outside of their comfort zone, we'll say. So I'm curious to know, in your own lives over the last couple of years, can you remember a time when you were pushed out of your comfort zone and you were happy that you were?
Birth.
Yeah, me too. When Jen birthed me, that was a big one out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I figured that was your dynamic. I caught that from the film. Andrew, you are a big Broadway star. I'm a New York City boy. We know you well here in the city, and you went from stage to screen in such a beautiful way. We even get a little musical number from you. What was it like kind of making that big transition? And what were you guys doing behind the scenes? Were you singing? Did you bring out a duet in Jennifer at all?
I remember there was one day that we were singing together. We were at like the dog shelter. We were just singing, and I was kind of doing a silly voice, and you were singing with me, and you said, "Wait, are you doing your best? Because I'm doing my best." No, I don't think there was like a ton of singing on set, especially. Yeah, no, we weren't like. I don't think I was like singing a lot.
No, I mean,
would tap dance
wish you
sometimes a little
had.
bit.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
did a
nice.
little tap dancing.
Yeah, the transition was like it's definitely just kind. It feels like a totally different muscle because with film, like you have these lines you're gonna say today, and you're gonna say them 15 times today, and then you're never ever gonna think about them ever again in your life. Whereas in theater, you're gonna do it again tomorrow, and you tell this full story every night, and you're your own editor. So there's a big release in doing film of like releasing faith to the editor and the director that like, okay, if you have it, then you have it, and I trust you. But really the pivot wasn't like a deliberate, like I want to do film now instead of theater. I love theater and I love film. It was just this story meant so much to me, and it's so funny.
Yeah, you were brilliant in it. And also brilliant was all of the physical comedy. I love those moments. Jennifer, for you, what was it like doing those scenes? Was it grueling? Was it hard? Did you just have fun?
I mean, it's a lot of exercise because whatever you're watching, it's been done like 10, maybe 15 times. So a lot of rollerblading up hills, but it's fun. I mean, all of it was fun. Yeah, I mean, I loved our car stunt scenes. Those were always a blast.
Yeah, there were a lot of great scenes in the film. And another, I guess, theme of this movie is essentially, Jennifer, your character Maddie is making Andrew's character Percy cool, right? It's kind of giving him street cred. So is there a phase that you guys have both gone through in your lives where you look back and you're like, ooh, that was kind of not my coolest phase? I mean, I have a million, so do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, like, what? How much time, how many decades do you want?
Give me one.
Probably the ones that I was on camera for, early 20s. If I could just carve out any interviews of me from like 21, like 25, just like boop.
I think the least cool I've ever been is like when I was like ever trying to be cool. Like
Yeah.
when I was like in like middle school, I feel like I like really tried to get like a Bieber Zac Efron hair going and was like trying to take myself really
Wow.
seriously.
The texture
I
of
know
your
it never
hair.
stuck. It never stuck. Yeah, that was, but it's been pretty rare ever in my life that I've like tried to be a cool person, and I've learned that it doesn't really work for me, and I do my best like this.
I'll take the Efron haircut. I went through a phase sophomore year of high school where I was shaving my head every day. Not good.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah,
congrats
no,
on growing it back, man.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've had
Really
some time,
well.
so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And also, you guys, I love the idea, the concept of this movie, right? There was a job that was offered to your character, Jennifer, and you took it out of necessity. So has there ever been a job that you both took over the years out of necessity that you look back and are like, okay, I did it because I had to, and let's file that one away?
No, I mean, we both became actors so young.
Yeah. So acting.
Yeah, acting is literally the answer.
Yeah, I was like, we were both like camp counselors though, right?
Yeah, we both worked at camps.
That was but that was like, I need to do something during the summer, so I'll like be a bus counselor. I missed the bus as a bus counselor all the time. I was supposed to sit with the kids and like get them to camp, and I would oversleep almost every day.
Wow, that's a terrible counselor.
Yeah.
Who was the better counselor between the two of you? Who would you guess?
Had to be you. I feel like it was you.
It was me. I was a really, really good counselor, and I always had to put the kids' sunblock on for them because the boys felt uncomfortable putting sunblock on a bunch of kids. So I had to put sunblock on my group and 50 kids. So I learned how to do it extremely fast. You should see me. I'm like,
MVP, I give you credit. Man.
thank you.
And lastly, you guys, there's so much going on right now in the world. This, for me, was a movie where you could just laugh and have fun and escape in. What do you hope people get from the film?
Exactly that. I
Yeah.
just hope people laugh their asses off and have a great time.
Yeah, we're not trying to tell you anything really,
Except
like,
maybe what not to do.
yeah, don't do the stuff that these characters do mostly. Yeah, that's it's a cautionary tale if anything. But for the most part, yeah, we hope you just have like a truly good time.
Good.
Well, congratulations to you both. And Jennifer, real quick before we go, I have to say, your video that went viral online of you and Adele going to a gay bar, I had friends there that night, and they were like, they were awesome. We were dancing and singing and drinking and partying. So on behalf of Pride Month and the community, thank you for being an ally.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.